From Monday to Tuesday, you don't have any fun. From Wednesday to Thursday, just gonna out for a run. Friday and Saturday, you're always getting drunk. And Sunday, you stay at home and never go to church.
Hi, and welcome back, My Night Outers. This is DJ Psycho Eddie. Across from me is George from My Night Out RI. And joining us in studio this week, we have Davey Moore. Coming in, you heard Echoes of Petra, Slap Your Savior. Well, George, as usual, I know you've had a busy week. My week was not so busy. I spent most of it at Kent County taking care of the business end of my wife being sick. But I did manage to get out to Fuse a couple nights this week.
Nice.
Have you been to Fuse yet?
Not yet. Tell us about it.
Oh, the food is amazing. I was there 3 nights out of the 4 this week. And the appetizers are really good. I've had seafood platter. I've had the calamari, the Thai peanut calamari was out of this world. You know, they do have quite a few beers on tap. It's a nice place. You get to know the people. They are very nice. It's like a family type atmosphere. A little bit more upscale than say your Boneheads, but you're not going to the Ritz. It's, you know, you could go in t-shirt and jeans and have a really good meal. Other than that, on Friday night, I did manage to catch OG Paulie D, DJ from back in the day that I was friends with forever, and he actually plays at Fuse. He's there every other Wednesday and on Saturday nights.
Now, where's Fuse located?
Fuse is on Providence Street in West Warwick.
Lovely West Warwick.
Beautiful downtown West Warwick. You can't. So that was the sum of my entire week, aside from going to work. You know, it's you have to sacrifice when people are sick, and I just couldn't get out. So what about you?
Well, a few nights this week, just go out for dinner. We just love to go out and eat. So, again, we just stay local in our neighborhood, basically. So our Friday night ritual is to go to Marchetti's, which we just really like going there. And the food's always amazing. And the best part about Marchetti's is they give you so much food that you'll be eating it on Saturday and Sunday as well. So we did that. Then we took a ride into lovely West Warwick. One of our favorite Chinese places is the House of Wu. And you're never disappointed when you make the trip all the way into West Warwick to the House of Wu. So we love that place.
I got to say, when you go to the House of Wu, I've been there a few times, as you can tell. You have to get a scorpion bowl.
Everyone in there had a scorpion bowl.
But you have to get, and only when Jay Wu, the 6-foot-tall bartender, big guy, you got to go when he's working and get the banana and 2 big coconuts bowl.
Oh, wow.
Yo, trust me, I've done damage with a few of those.
Now, we tried to lay off the drinking at dinner last night in preparation of our alcohol intake that would be consuming hours later when we met up with Mr. Schatz himself over at the parlor.
Oh, I'm Mr. Schatz?
Mr. Schatz.
Because my weekend is a blur because of the Miss Nancy, who is a party animal.
Yeah, deep down, she really was.
Yeah,
wasn't she?
Absolutely. I couldn't keep up.
Oof. So Friday night, we were at dusk for the WBRU Rock Hunt.
Yep.
We saw 3 amazing bands, Royal Street, Space Ponies, and the Most Dangerous Men Alive, who we've had here in studio, and they ended up winning that round. And then Saturday night, we were over at the Parlor, again for a WBRU Rock Hunt event, and we saw South Pier, Forest Fires, and Jay Walcott, was it?
S. Walcott.
Walcott, and 3 amazing bands there last night, too. And I'll tell you what's great is those 2 events, those venues were just wall-to-wall, over capacity, and it was just great to see that much of excitement at a show.
Yeah. I showed up at 9 for dusk, and you literally couldn't get in. It was sold out.
Oh, wow. Yeah, we
you
got
couldn't get there. I mean, it's a small venue, but it was still 100 plus, at least
easy.
At least 120.
When we got there had to be 30, 40 people outside. And we weren't sure if they were waiting to get in or that was just between bands. But once you got inside, it was just packed.
Yep. Walking through the crowd was tough.
Yeah. But it was good.
Which to me is a very good thing. Every venue should be like that every weekend.
So, cheers to Rick and his staff over at Dusk and the staff over at Parlor.
Aaron and
Aaron
Lisa.
And Lisa. Yeah, they did a great job. And one cool thing about Parlor, too, I don't think most people know, is they have awesome food.
Oh, yeah.
They have some of the best food in Rhode Island.
I have a running joke with them that every time I go there and I'm hungry, I end up getting the cheese pizza, which, given their menu, is sort of sacrilegious. But so last night I was looking at the menu. I'm like, I'm going to mix it up this time. I'm like, I'm going to get something good. And I'm looking at all this stuff, and it's all local and organic and all that stuff. I get the cheese pizza.
Yeah, that's the other great thing about the parlor, too, is most of their beers and their liquor is local.
Yeah. Yep.
Local, and again, the food there is outside. They have some of the best sliders.
I keep hearing that.
We'll have to try them.
Yeah.
You'll have to try them sometime if you haven't.
I haven't tried them. I had the cheese pizza.
Yeah.
What if they did a cheese pizza slider? Would you consider it then?
That is actually pretty interesting. Maybe what would that consist of? Just a bunch of tiny little cheese pizzas?
I just came up with the idea. Someone else has to figure this out.
Cheese pizza between two pieces of bread?
Sure, sounds good.
Well, you can take two cheese pizzas and lay them on top of each other, or cheese to cheese it,
Okay.
and there you go.
That I would
And
purchase.
then cut them into little circles.
But the pizza is good too, by the way. But
Yeah.
Especially the cheese.
Aaron said the same thing. He's like, "Do you want anything on it?" I'm like, "No, cheese."
No sauce, just cheese.
I'm pretty white trash. I'll just take the cheese pizza.
But I'll tell you, this weekend gave us a good opportunity. Again, I've seen a couple of those bands, but when more and more bands are exposed to us like this, and they're announced as Providence bands,
Yep.
it's just an endless stream of
I've been
music.
I've been hearing about Space Pony for a while. I haven't been able to check them out, so they crushed it.
Oh yeah.
I mean, I couldn't be part of that event, obviously, because Most Dangerous Men Alive are a midday band. So I was biased. I wanted midday, yeah. Most Dangerous Men to take it down. But Space Pony were really, really good. So was Royal Street, too. I mean, this year, it's just incredible, the level of talent. And the Parlor event was not easy.
No, those bands were all very good. South Pier maybe a little before their time. I give those guys 1 or 2 more years to...
They're what I would say, a little
young.
They're a little
They were
green.
young. Yeah.
They do kind of a post-hardcore. I would make reference to even like some Taking Back Sunday stuff like that. And then Forest Fires were next, and their shoegaze, hazy dream pop stuff, which I eat up. I love that stuff. And then S. Walcott, I don't know how to describe them. Like, their level of talent's through the roof. I mean, their rhythm section, maybe like an indie alt rock, but very upbeat, very fun. But yeah, that was a tough event.
Yeah, it's great when you see bands branch out and they have instruments that you wouldn't particularly expect to see on stage during the show.
The horns.
Most Dangerous Men Alive with Nolan.
That's awesome.
And the violin, that's incredible.
The first time they did that was at the Met, and I was at the show, and Nolan is a genius.
Mm-hmm.
They did that on the spot in the back room. He actually wrote a whole section 10 minutes before they went on stage and decided to do it, and it was you would think they practiced 100 times, and now he's up there doing keys and then switching to violin. It's amazing. His band, Dionysus Park Ranger.
Yeah.
I booked them a few times. They're actually playing the Midday Social.
Oh, great.
Yeah.
Well, guys, why don't we take a break here? When we come back, we can change focus from all these other bands to Davey and pick his brain for a little bit about what's going on with Midday and Sats Fall. And well, why don't we head on out, though, with Nymphadels, Nauseous. This is Rhode Island Free Radio, My Night Out Radio. We'll be back in a minute.